Welcome back, second grade. We are going to read I Am Helen Keller. And this is a biography, and a biography tells about real people's lives. And remember, as we talked about earlier in one of our videos, we need to be thinking about, what does this information mean to me? What does it mean to me? So as you're reading, be thinking about that, and also be thinking about the events in order from earliest to latest, information about why this person is important, and ways the person has made a difference. Also, your purpose is to find out the most important ideas in each part. Then synthesize, and that means remember to put together like a puzzle, synthesize ideas in your mind to find out what the text really means to you. Okay, let's get started.
I Am Helen Keller by Brad Meltzer, illustrated by Christopher Eliopoulos. I am Helen Keller. When I was little, I was just like you. I loved to play, I loved my dog, and I loved seeing all the bright, beautiful flowers. I also loved copying people. At 6 months old, I could already say, "How d'ye? How d'ye yourself? Tea, tea, tea." Did she just ask for tea? How'd she do that? What can I say? There's no stopping her.
So who's the girl in the picture? Right, it is Helen Keller. And how do we know? Because she tells us. She says, I am Helen Keller.
On the day I turned 1, I started walking. Oh, and there was another word I always loved. Wah-wah! Here's your water. Just like any other kid, right? But there's one thing that made me different. When I was 19 months old, I got very sick. The doctors said I wouldn't live. I did live, but the sickness made me blind and deaf. This is how I see the world. Close your eyes and block your ears. I couldn't see anything or hear anything. That's right, nothing. I know it seems scary. It was scary for me, too. Back then, people didn't know how to deal with someone who was deaf and blind. My relatives thought I was a monster. You see the way she behaves? She put her hand in my plate. She ate my food. Wah, 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 wah. She's trying to find her water. She threw the silverware, too. She's so poorly behaved, she shouldn't be here. They were right. I wasn't well behaved. I was extremely frustrated. In my dark world, I couldn't tell if anyone noticed me or cared about me. I couldn't see or hear what I was doing. But by the time I was 5, I'd figured out small ways to communicate. To say yes, I nodded my head. Or no, I shook it from side to side. To say father, I motioned to put on his glasses. For mother, I rested my hand on my face. For baby sister, I did this. And when I shivered like I was cold, it really meant, Helen wants ice cream. Sure, sure, sure.
So think about, when Helen was 5 years old, how did she communicate with people? She nodded her head, yes or no. She shook her head. She made actions that had a meaning. So she made motions, right? She motioned things. That's how she communicated when she was 5.
But even with those signs, I couldn't get my dog, Belle, to play with me. I didn't know how to speak, so I couldn't call her. I just wanted to play with my dog. The saddest part was, I got used to a dark and silent world. People told my parents to give up on me, that I'd never be good at anything. They didn't listen, though. After reading about another blind and deaf girl, my parents found something they hadn't had since I'd gotten sick. Hope. This says there are places that teach deaf and blind children. That's what she needs. She needs a teacher. We all do. Everyone needs a teacher. Still, I had no idea what the world was about to bring me.
What do you think Helen means when she says that she got used to the dark and silent world? I think she'd forgotten what it was like to be able to see and hear and speak, and now she was used to being alone. And I think that's sad, and I think it's one of the saddest parts, because it's sad for us to think that someone feeling alone like that could be a normal part of someone's life. What do you think will happen next? Do you think people will notice how sad Helen looks, and maybe they'll want to help her?
I never had a more important day. I was 6 years old. From the way my mother was hurrying, I knew something big was coming. I stood on the porch, waiting, feeling the sun on my face. Someone approached. I could feel footsteps. I reached out, thinking it was my mother. She pulled me into her arms. Her name was Am Sullivan. She's the teacher who changed my life.
Why was this an important moment in Helen's life? Because she met Ann Sullivan, the teacher who changed her life. How do you think Helen's life would change? Use what you know to make a prediction. You may have said, I think Ann Sullivan will be able to teach Helen how to communicate with others.
In one of her first lessons, she gave me a toy doll. After letting me play with it, she spelled the word doll into the palm of my hand. D-O-L-L. Can you feel the letters? D-O-L-L. I could feel them, but I didn't know what letters or words were, or how they worked. It didn't stop Miss Sullivan. One day we were arguing as she was trying to teach me the words mug and water. I got so upset, I took my new doll and smashed it on the ground. I got angry a lot back then. It was so hard for me. I was frustrated.
So I want you to go through these couple of pages and underline the words and phrases that describe Helen's feelings. And then I want you to think of a time when you felt like Helen did. How does that help you understand why things were hard for her?
Never losing her patience, my teacher took me outside. At a nearby spout, she put my hand under the running water. In my other hand, she spelled the word W-A-T-E-R. W-A-T-E-R. And then she spelled it again. W-A-T-E-R. And again, W-A-T-E-R. And again, W-A-T-E-R. And again, W-A-T-E-R. And again, W-A-T-E-R. 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 Water. You understand, don't you? You understand. I understood. From there, I realized that everything had a name. Every object I touched seemed to burst to life. Mother, lamp, dog, table, father, sister, teacher. And now, when I wrote words in my teacher's hand, I had someone who could understand me. When you're learning something new, it's often hard. I started with words. My vocabulary grew fast. Eventually, I learned the meaning of the word love. I had given my teacher some flowers, so she spelled into my hand, I love Helen. Confused, I asked her, what is love? It is here, she spelled, while tapping at my heart. I was so confused. It was hard to understand something I couldn't touch. It made no sense. Why couldn't my teacher show me love? But then she explained, you can't touch clouds, but you can feel rain and know how happy flowers are to get water. That is how love is. You can't touch love, but you can feel how happy it makes you. There, in that moment, my whole world changed. It was as if there were invisible lines that stretched between me and everyone else in my life. Close your eyes. You can feel it too. Your connection to your family and friends. Still, life was never easy. Without sight, I couldn't see people's faces. Without sound, I couldn't hear their voices. But one of my greatest breakthroughs came when I learned to do what you're doing right now. Reading. To practice, I'd match each word with its object and make sentences. This was my favorite game. We played it for hours. See if you can find the sentence. Girl is in wardrobe. From there, I started reading real books, just like you. The only difference was my books were in Braille, which is a series of raised dots that you read with your fingers. These dots spell my name, Helen. Want to read your name in Braille? Here's the alphabet. To make reading even more fun, my teacher took me outside. She knew I loved feeling the sun on my face and smelling the pine needles. I read my book so many times, I wore down the raised dots. There were the Arabian Nights, Robinson Crusoe, and one of my favorites, Little Women. In those pages, I met brave boys and girls who could hear and see. I am not afraid of storms, for I am learning how to sail my ship. One of Miss Sullivan's best lessons came when she showed how plants grow. Feel these buds. Some buds open fast, others open slowly. A flower can only bloom if it's watered. When I was 9 years old, I wanted to learn how to speak. Even Miss Sullivan was worried about teaching me. She thought I'd get frustrated. But nothing would stop me now. To help me, Miss Sullivan took me to a teacher named Sarah Fuller, who would put my hand to her face and let me feel her tongue and lips as she made each sound. Yes, Helen, feel each sound, like the vibrating strings on a piano. In an hour, I learned the letters M, P, A, S, T, and I. Now I could call my dog, and she'd come to me. At my 7th lesson, I spoke this sentence, the one sentence that I repeat over and over. I am not dumb now. As I got older, I didn't just learn to speak English. I learned French and German. For college, I wanted to go to Radcliffe, at Harvard University.